Hello everyone, we got another deformed resin vehicle. So if you don't like cartoon cars, well, maybe this isn't the video for you. But if you're patient, you might actually learn to appreciate these because these things I think are harder to make than the realistic looking models. The reason why is because a realistic model, you could just trace over the thing and make the vehicle. But this is clearly not a standard looking Lamborghini here. So now we have the designer. Well, actually, let's continue on. It's nice that this has line drawings of every side of the vehicle except for the bottom and the top. But so it's designed by KR, as you can see. That must be the signature. And then EraQ model is, I guess, the manufacturer. Okay, but they very often do collaborations with other manufacturers, so it's a little confusing. Some sort of crazy QR. I've never seen a QR with that many dots. that is great. Have you? I've never seen that complex of a pattern for a QR code. There's literally hundreds or thousands of dots going on there. This is more normal. Okay. Made in China like everything else. Okay, some social media stuff. So that's keeping the cardboard from scratching up the display box. And there's nothing holding this box together, so be very careful. Boy, that's dangerous. I gotta put a rubber band around this thing later on. Okay, so very loose cover, which is what you want. You don't want to pick it up by the cover, have the thing fall on the ground and destroy your model, so it's best to have a loose cover. Very expensive packaging, of course. Super thick acrylic, 2 pieces. They left the protective paper on there. You can take it off pretty easily. And then extremely chromed out stainless plate here. There's 400 of this white color, and information about it is so the SVJ 63. Let me pull up some images. All right. Yeah, so I don't know if this is Pebble Beach or what, but more interestingly is what is this car behind this car? What is that thing? It's so impractical with the air dam right there, but it looks kind of like it would be a Lamborghini of some sort, but a mock-up model or something. Okay, and then you can see it's a long, sleek vehicle in the real world, but this thing is so... It's basically like squished in half, if I had to guess. If I had to guess, that is. Okay. And then here's the rear view. Yeah, there's even the gold striping here, right on the model, so that's nice. Very cool. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not a fan of the black wheels. It's Lamborghini's fault. It's just, you can't really see the wheels, right? They're black, but there's some sort of cool geometric snowflake pattern. Okay, and let me try to get into the middle of this wheel here and reduce the camera wobble. It's on a spring mount, this camera. I'm pretty sure there's like a Lamborghini decal in the middle of that wheel. It's something that's not black, right? One would assume it's the crest of the Lambo. And then, yeah, it's a center knockoff wheel, and then you can see the rotor is very nicely done. It's a photo etch piece with the cross drilling, and then even the hat has like bolt heads. Very cool. And then the caliper, it looks like it says Brembo, right? So that's good. It's molded into the actual gold caliper. Very, very sweet. The tire is not slab-sided, even though it's that low profile. It's got some curvature to it, and it doesn't have knobby treads on the side like a truck, right? So this is very smart. Street tires look round in pretty much all instances, at least at this distance. So maybe the sound of this thing is actually running slicks. No, there's still treads, right? There's just no reason to have treads come out to the side, at least on a scale model, I think. But granted, is it a scale model? I mean, it's not really a realistic model, but the detail is there. So you can obviously just see the staggering of the wheel size, and then even the staggering of the brake size. That's crazy. They literally increased the size of the rear brake. That's a lot of effort right there. Okay, well, this paint is obviously white. What I'm trying to figure out is it metallic or pearlescent? Oh, right there. Alright, so maybe it's a pearlescent paint or a pearlescent clear coat, right? You can see these little specks in it, and you can see also how thick the clear coat is. It's like the 63 is way down below the clear coat there. Very impressive, right? It's nice that you can have decals, but they tend to wrinkle and peel up or crack. But if it's under a thick clear coat, it's never going to have a problem. So that's very impressive. Okay, this logo here, yeah, that's very shiny as well. Some black paint here and these tiny, tiny vents. And the headlight cover here, yeah, very clear. And then two light buckets with some chromed light details back there, right? So I guess we're kind of switching around to the front now. This is some silver paint, it looks like, for this marker. And then you can see the gold paint here on this carbon fiber area. Boy, hold on though, it's really... camera has a hard time focusing between black and bright. I'm magnified 4 times here. I can see a carbon pattern on the edge of the chin lip here, but not here. I don't know. And actually, that side image I pulled up is the wrong image now that I'm looking at it. It doesn't have this barge board. But the first image I pulled up does have this. So, apologize. I think I'm going to need the flashlight to see what's going on in here. Just maybe shift the light, move the camera back, hit focus. No, it's just so glossy. Anyways, I can now see some grill details. Four different inserted grill parts, it looks like. And then, yeah, I don't know if there's anything behind the grills, but I'm not too concerned about it. It's so far back in there and so dark. I don't even know what's going on above the grills, if that's a vent. It's just some recessed areas, I guess. Okay, let's wrap around to this side and get the sides finished here. So the door handle details there, the 63, it's under the clear coat, very nice. So a door cut there. And then, yeah, I assume that's a textured insert right there, which it must be. And this black here, it's just glossy black. Yeah, I don't know if the real car is glossy black here. Maybe it is, because they have carbon fiber down here. So I think it is a choice. They purposely made that not carbon, but here you can see it, right? It's an interesting contrast. Okay, we have some silver here for that reflector or whatever it is. And then now we can see a lot of carbon going on. Look at how cool this looks, right? It's not on just the faces, it's literally wrapping into it, right? I don't know how they do that. I just don't understand how they can wrap this graphic around a three-dimensional object. Maybe it's like hydrographics or something. Leave a comment if you know. Insert, 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 insert. A lot of inserted details, right? The grill's texture, these horizontal ribs. I don't know if that's the radiator that's just exposed back there or what. Interesting. And then a very open mesh there. Let me see the flashlight again. It's definitely hollow behind it, right? You can see right there some silver. So maybe there's like an engine back there, right? It's pretty far back in there. So the exhaust pipes, they're very round, they're very thin. I'm pretty sure those are metal tubes. Yeah, if they're 3D printed, they're very smooth. I don't know. So the Lamborghini text, though, I almost feel like it's backwards, or is it? No, it's not. I guess that's just an L right there. I'm using my finger, sorry. Yeah, alright, maybe it is correct. And then, is this look at how thin this brake light is, this third brake light. I'm using the thinness now of this toothpick, right? And look how much thinner that light is than the thin part of this toothpick. That is crazy. You could floss your teeth with that tail light. I don't know if it's paint or an insert or a piece of metal. I don't know, but that's one of the thinnest things I've seen. It's crazy. Okay, the tail lights themselves, they are translucent red, as you can see, and they do have that arrowhead design language of Lamborghini. So there's no silver paint though behind it though. It would have been a nice touch. They just look black because there's nothing reflecting the light behind that red. Okay, so now you can see this wing here. I think even underneath it, look, they have all this carbon detail on the bottom sides, and obviously the side and the top, right? So again, I don't know how they get that around there. I don't see any wrinkles. I don't know if it's a decal, or if it was, it would have to be several decals to get that to go around the whole thing. That's just nuts. It's nuts. All right. These tiny little slivers of vents here next to this strut. And those are super small. Okay. All right. I guess and now we're back to this side. Well, what about these vents here? Yeah, inserted vent grills there by the here and here. Okay. And then the door has the really thin plastic with the blackout on the back side. So thin, look, I can bend it, but you don't want to do that. Separate mirror, of course, with a reflective sticker, and that mirror has that carbon detail, and look how thin the stock is. Quite scary. I don't think these are really meant to leave the case, by the way. They're very delicate. If you drop this thing or touch it the wrong way, it's gonna maybe break. Alright, what else is going on here? So now at the top of the hood, we got, these are under the clear coat, this black detail. I think that's a carbon graphic detail. Boy, it's so shiny, the camera again can't figure it out. Yeah, sorry. Alright, the wiper blades, they are very thin photo etched pieces of metal. They're not bent perpendicular to the windscreen though. Some brands might actually do that. Okay, I'm not too bothered by it, but I just want to point out other brands will do it. Very nice under a clear coat. All these louvers, that gold paint is really well done. I don't know how they got that there to be so even. I don't know if it's a paint marker, a paintbrush, or literally a gold decal, but it's relatively even considering it's going around an edge. And then here we have the vents. Let's see. I'm going to shine the light from the front. I wonder if those are hollow. I don't think there's air passing. That's fine. They're very thin. I guess it's just black paint or something in there. Okay. Yeah, black paint in those vents there. So the engine, I don't think there's any engine window detail. Yeah, so I thought for a moment this was plastic, but clear. It's not. It's just paint. Okay. Well, that's odd. I mean, what was silver back in there then? Yeah, I almost thought there was an engine here and there would be a panel here to look at it, but this is clearly black paint. Alright, the top of the dash is this carbon fiber decal there. Now you can see the wrinkliness of it. They didn't clear coat it, which is understandable. It's on the inside. But that's a nice matte black, and you can see there's probably a decal in the center console with the buttons and stuff. There's some red visible. There's also something there. Maybe that's text of a Lamborghini. So this is where it gets really crazy. I mean, this is a shortened, shrunken down interior. And yet, right, there's the steering wheel, a hollow steering wheel. Let me get more light in there. I think there's a badge on the steering wheel, right? The instrument cluster, I think there might be gauges. Yeah, white gauges, right? Some sort of decal there. Yeah, there's definitely a Lamborghini on that glove box area. I don't think there'd be foot pedals. I don't know if you'd be able to see them anyways. But the seat has white. That's 200 lumens. I cannot get any more light in there. Yeah, I don't think there's pedals. That's fine. Rear view mirror. No rear view mirror. That's an interesting omission. But then again, maybe there isn't one on the real car because it doesn't look like it. You can even see out the back of that thing on the real photos. There's some sort of red thing there. So the seats, they do have a Lambo crest on the top, and also what looks like a carbon fiber V pattern. The middle between the seats is just totally blank though. There's nothing there. Try to see what else. Door panel details, possibly. It's so hard to. Camera cannot focus. The glare of the windows. I think the door panels are just flat. Okay. Interesting. That dashboard, that center console is floating above. I don't know if you can see it. Focus. It's actually a little bit floating up above the lower middle console right there. Interesting. And then, boy, turn signal stocks maybe, if I could overpower the glare of the windscreen. I don't think there are any turn signals or wiper blade stocks. Okay, so that detail's missing. Well, still, all in all, I'm perfectly happy with this. I don't see any quality control problems. It's really nice. And also, this windscreen is so flat, I don't think it's going to pop loose. Same with the side windows. So, I don't think there's much to worry about this going bad in the future. Yeah, those seats are actually pretty neat with that white graphic. There's also no seat belts. I gotta bring that up because some brands might pop that in there as well. At least the realistic looking car models do. But again, if this is a truncated, shortened down interior, it's really hard to get all that stuff in there. And that's what I found amazing about these cartooned resin things. Alright, there's the appropriate side photograph with the barge board there and the black wheels and all that. So that, I assume, is the inspiration for what happened here. Okay. So in the past, a lot of the Q cars, they didn't have interiors at all because, again, they're so small. So this is Timothy and Pierre in the Bugatti, forget what it was called, some sort of ceramic Veyron. I added that license plate, I think. I still like it. I still think it's cool, right? There's still a lot of cool details. No brakes on this though, but yeah, the clear lights and all that. I'm not sure if that was really necessary, but anyhow. But also by the same EraQ KR designer, you have this FXXK Evo, and this thing is fantastic as well. I actually think it's better. Just because the car is more complex. There's just a lot. I think there's more going on this. That actually has a visible engine cover. So they kind of skipped it on here. I really wish they had an engine cover for that, because they clearly can pull it off. Alright, so let me get closer here. I cannot focus. I'm keep on hitting the screen here to try to focus, but the things are so shiny. The gloss on these is so superior to the Timothy and Pierre. The Timothy and Pierre has a very thin clear coat, or maybe there's no. Yeah, it's very thin. But as this clear coat here on these, it literally looks smooth, right? So it looks like a smooth car. Alright, so really fantastic. I mean, I'm pretty sure I reviewed an SVJ that was realistic, but I just think these cartoon ones are really cool because it's not a standard shape. And even if there were defects, which there were none, it wouldn't bother me because it's not a realistic looking model. But it's still awesome. Alright, I'm just a repeating record. Thanks for watching today. I paid for this with my own money. I don't get anything for free. Only like Micro Turbo sent me something free, and maybe Top Gun Chen did as well. So support those guys. But if you just like deformed, high detailed cars, this EraQ brand and KR model, they're running the show, or they're one of the best. All right, we'll see you around. Bye.